Thanks for tuning into the channel. Today's video will be a tabletop comparison and unboxing of two popular water filters, the Sawyer Squeeze and the Sawyer Mini. Both are small, lightweight, and have a great reputation on the trail, and are popular choices for many in the emergency preparedness community. I picked these up for backpacking, but I have to be honest. Initially, I was not a fan of these squeeze bag style filters. I'm used to pump style filters like the MSR Mini Works and Katadyn Hiker, and I never had any issues with either filter in my personal use. But these days I'm trying to be a bit more weight conscious with what I pack. After seeing a bunch of AT through hiker videos here on YouTube, I decided to give these a shot. I purchased both of these products from Amazon, but you can easily find them locally in sporting goods stores, Wally World, as well as other online retailers. Alright, let's get into this unboxing and see what we've got. Alright, here we have the contents of the Sawyer Squeeze. We have the filter itself, we have a plunger that's used for backflushing the unit, we have two end caps that can be screwed into place to use this in line with a hydration bladder, and a piece of tubing to be used as the same. We have two 32-ounce Sawyer water bladders, and we have a mesh netting to carry everything in. Now let's take a look at the Mini. Alright, here we have the Sawyer Mini. We have the filter itself, we have a plunger, same type of plunger as what came with the Squeeze, used to backflush the unit. A piece of tubing, although this one is a little bit more rigid than the tubing that came with the Squeeze, and it's a little bit shorter, and I believe this is intended to drink straight from a water source, very similar to a personal filter like a LifeStraw Personal. And we also have a 16-ounce dirty water bag, whereas the Squeeze came with two 32-ounce dirty water bags. For those of you who don't know how these filters work, essentially this is a dirty water bag, and you fill up water from your dirty source, whether it's a pond, river, stream, brook, whatever, and then you screw the filter on top. Both of these filters work the exact same way. You take your clean water bottle, and essentially what you're doing is you're rolling this pouch up, squeezing the dirty water through the filter, and squirting the clean water into your water bottle. It's that simple. Alright, now that we've looked at how the Sawyer filters work, we're going to talk about backflushing. So why do you want to backflush your unit? Backflushing essentially makes sure that whatever gunk has built up inside of the filter, so all the nasty stuff that you've been filtering out of your water that's stuck inside of here, essentially gets backflushed out of the unit. So the way this works is both units come with the same plunger. You fill up the plunger with clean water, and on the Mini you pop the cap off the front, basically hold this to the front and force the water back through the unit. So normally the flow rate is this way because the dirty water is entering from this end and coming out this end. When you're back flushing it, you're forcing the water back the opposite way, so all the gunk or whatever is built up inside of here will be forced out the rear. Same thing with the Sawyer Squeeze. Screw off the cap, and essentially you have the same. Fill this up with clean water and force the water back through the unit. All the gunk comes out the back, and that's how you backflush a unit. Backflushing is very helpful. It'll help keep the flow rate pretty steady and make sure that your Sawyer Squeeze or Sawyer Mini continue to work well for years to come. Alright, now that we've had a look at both filters, the accessories that they come with, and how they work, let's talk about how the filters themselves compare to each other. We're going to look at 5 things: weight, filtration capability, lifespan, flow rate, and cost. First off, we can see that the Mini is a little bit smaller than the Squeeze. We can assume that it weighs less, but let's see what the actual difference is. I'm not an ultralighter by any means, but I know this is an important factor for many out there. Looks like the Squeeze is weighing in at 2.43 ounces, and the Mini is weighing in at 1.34 ounces. That's a difference of 1.09 ounces. So as far as weight savings goes, the edge goes towards the Mini. Reading the information on the Sawyer website, it looks like they're equals when it comes to their filtration rating. Both of these products are rated to 0.1 micron and should remove 99.9999% of all bacteria, such as Salmonella, Leptospirosis, cholera, and E. coli, and also removes 99.999% of all protozoa, such as Giardia and Cryptosporidium. This is an awesome rating, considering most pump-style filters only filter down to 0.2 microns. That might not sound like a big difference, but some forms of bacteria, like Leptospirosis, is sometimes smaller than 0.2 microns. Now, I had never even heard of Leptospirosis before Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico a few months ago. In addition to knocking out the power there, the storm also impacted people's access to clean drinking water, and there were quite a few cases of people getting lepto from untreated water sources. Moving on to the advertised lifespans of each water filter, we have a bit of a challenge. The Mini states on its package that it can filter up to 100,000 gallons of water in its lifetime. That's a lot of water and way more than I would ever filter in the backcountry. The Squeeze, on the other hand, doesn't list a limit on the packaging or on the main Sawyer website. The product descriptions online used to offer a 1 million gallon guarantee, and the Sawyer International website still states that claim. Frankly, I wouldn't worry too much about trying to test that claim. We can give the Squeeze the edge in this category, but for practical use and how many gallons an average person is going to use it for, it seems to me that this is a toss-up. Moving on to flow rate, the Squeeze has the slight edge with a slightly faster flow rate. It's important to remember that the flow rate on both will be variable in the field and is affected by different factors, like how dirty the water source is and how frequently or infrequently you backflush the units. The bottom line is, take care of them, backflush them regularly, and you shouldn't have any trouble with the flow rate slowing down much. The final comparison would be cost. Most places sell the Mini for around $20 to $30, while the Squeeze can range from $30 to $50 depending on which accessories you want to get with it. I paid just under $20 for this Mini and $30 for this particular Squeeze with the accessories that we saw earlier. So at the end of the day, which one do I prefer? The answer is both. The Squeeze will be replacing my pump filter for backpacking trips, and the Mini will be going into my emergency bag that I keep in my car. If you are interested in purchasing either of these products, I'll post a link in the description below. If you like this video, please hit the like button and feel free to comment as well. I'm going to make a follow-up video showing some common hacks that people make to improve how the Squeeze and Mini work. If that's something that might interest you, please be sure to subscribe to the channel and look out for that video. Thanks for watching.